Before going to the next numerical, we shall see two important points to solve a block diagram reduction problem. In that, first one is the associative law. Here in associative law, what we do, let us assume an example. Here we have a summing point with R1 as a positive input, R2 as the negative input. After that, we have one more summing point, that is R3 as the input for the same signal which is flowing here. Right. Now, when we come in between these two summing point, what will be the answer? What we get here is the associative, here we will be getting R1 minus R2 here. Right. We will be getting R1 minus R2 is the signal which is coming after the summing point here. Right. Now, next, after this summing point, what the answer we get here is R1 minus R2 from this signal, and then R3 is there, that needs to be added up, plus R3 here. Right, this is the output here. Now what we do, I'll interchange these two blocks. I'll be interchanging these two blocks. Now we shall see what happens. First, what we have input as R1, we have the summing point, that is positive input, and then one more input is there, that is positive R3 here. What I have done, I have replaced these 2 points here, R2 and R3 I have replaced here, and then we have one more summing point. This is a positive input, and here we have R2 which is negative here. Here R2 is negative in this, so I will be writing that one minus R2 here, and we have the output. Okay. Now what we have in between these two summing point, we will be having R1 plus R3 here. Right. In between summing point, we will be having R1 plus R3 here. Now after this summing point, we will be having R1 plus R3 minus R2 here. This is a negative input for the summing point, so we will be having R1 plus R3 minus R2. When we compare these two answers, we have the same here, that is R1 minus R2 minus R3 here. That means from this, what we can understand? We can understand that whether we replace, if we replace the summing point also, the output remains same here. When we replace the summing point, the output remains same here. That is what the associative law says. Right. That means associative law holds good for the summing point which are directly connected to each other. That means here we should not have any other blocks, only it should be connected to each other directly here. That is what the associative law states. Next, we shall see for an takeoff point. Here what we have the same takeoff point for G1, G2 and G3. I can write this block as G2 is there, and we have the summing point here. First, I'll be taking out the G1 here, that is the takeoff point G1, then I'll take out G3 here. This is a summing point, and output here is C, input here is R. Right. The same steps you need to follow for this also. That means associative law holds good when we replace the takeoff point also. These two blocks are same now. Right. Or else I can do one more thing, that is I can write here the takeoff point for G1 here. That means first the G3 has come out, then G2 has come out here. That means when I replace this takeoff point, or when I replace the summing point, if there is no blocks in between those, if there is no blocks in between the summing point or the takeoff point, then the result remains the same. Right. with concluding with this, we shall move on to the next numerical. Here what he has asked, reduce the block diagram shown in figure below and obtain the transfer function. Right. Before going to this, again we shall see the rules or the steps to be followed for block diagram reduction. In this first, what we have, step 1 is to reduce the blocks which are connected in series. Second step is to reduce the blocks which are connected in parallel. Third step is to reduce the minor internal feedback loop. Right. First, we shall check whether the blocks are in series. Right. Now, how many blocks we have? That is, the plants we can take here is G1, G2 and G3 are the 3 input blocks, and H what we have, or H1 what we have, this is the feedback block. Right. So, only checking out these 3 blocks or these 4 blocks. First, G1 and G2. You can say these 2 blocks are in series. No, we cannot say that one because we have a takeoff point in between these 2 blocks. Then comparing G1 and G3. G1 and G3, these 2 blocks are these 2 blocks in parallel? No, because we have one more block which is there in between this, and we have the takeoff point here. We have the takeoff point here. So this cannot be taken as a parallel blocks here. Or G3 and G2, this also cannot be taken as a parallel block because we have a takeoff point here. Sorry, we have the takeoff point here and we have the block on the other side. Right. So there are no blocks which are in series. There are no blocks which are in parallel here. Right. Then next, third step, where we need to check whether we have any simple feedback loop. Whether we have any simple feedback loop or the minor feedback loop here. Right. You can say we have R is the input G1 and it comes through H and it goes to again back to the same original point, this block. Right. You cannot take this as a feedback loop. Why? Because we have one more takeoff point here. So all 3 steps will not holds good here. Right. Next, what is the next step? Third step, just we shall see once again. Third step is to, fourth step is to, as far as possible, try to shift the takeoff point towards right and summing point towards left. Right. For takeoff point towards right or the summing point towards left, takeoff point towards right is 1 by G and summing point towards left is also 1 by G. That is special and Thor. Special and Thor here. We need to remember this. Special summing point towards left and takeoff point towards right. Thor. For both the case, we need to replace that by 1 by G here. Right. Now, how many first I shall move with the takeoff point. Where we have takeoff point, we have takeoff point in the starting and we have takeoff point in the end. Right. So, comparing with these 2, takeoff point here and takeoff point here, sorry, summing point at the both the case, summing point towards left. Right. First, I shall see this one. When I replace this towards left, that means there should be a block when I need to replace towards left here. Right. So, when I see there is no block towards left of this summing point. Right. There is no block towards the left of this summing point. So, this block will vanish out or this cannot be taken as the case. Right. Next summing point is this one. Next summing point is this one. Now, what I'll do, I'll move this summing points towards the left. That means before G2 here. When I move this blocks towards G2 or before G2, what happens? There will be one takeoff point and one summing point again. Right, there will be one takeoff point and one summing point here. Right. So what happens when there is summing point and a takeoff point? It is difficult for us to replace these 2. Then our problem becomes more complicated. So this also cannot be done. Right. That means there will be one summing point, one takeoff point again. So this cannot be considered now. Right. Now next step is to check for the Thor, that is takeoff point towards right. Next step is to check for the Thor, that is takeoff point towards right here. First, what I'll do, I'll take this point, this takeoff point, and shift it towards right. Shift it towards right. When I shift this takeoff point towards right, what happens? I'll be having a takeoff point here and a summing point here. Right, here I'll be having a takeoff point and here I'll be having the summing point. So when we get summing point and a takeoff point one after another, our problem becomes more complicated. So I don't want to make it complicated, so I'll leave this takeoff point also. Now remaining is this takeoff point here. What I'll do, I'll replace or I'll move this takeoff points towards right here. That means I'll move here. Right. So in the previous thing I have told, takeoff point can be interchanged. That doesn't affect the result at the output. When we interchange the takeoff point or when we interchange the summing point, the result will not alter there. Right. So keeping that in mind, now I'll replace or I'll move the takeoff point towards right here. Right. So now the block diagram will be like this. First I have the input R and a summing point here. Input is positive input and I have the point G1 here. And I have the point G1. Next I have here is G2 here. Then again we have a summing point here and output is C. This is positive. We have a feedback, that is H is the feedback here. This is negative feedback here. Right. Now what I have done, I need to move this takeoff points towards right. That means somewhere here. So when I get this here, what happens? I need to replace this divided by 1 by G here. So here instead of G I have G1. So I'll write it as 1 divided by G1 here. Remaining whatever is there, write as it is. Next we have G3 here and that comes and associate with the summing point here. Right. Now what I have done, I have moved this summing point takeoff points towards right. Right. Next, what is the next step? Next step, again follow the procedure. First check whether the blocks are in series. Now comparing this, when we check this one, we have the blocks which are there in series. Which are those? That is these two blocks. Now these two blocks are in series here. Right. What I need to do when the blocks are in series? When the blocks are in series, what I need to do? I can multiply both the blocks here. When the blocks are in series, I can multiply here. Right. That is G1 here. Then G2 here. Then we have a summing point here. Then we have the C is the output. Here we have the feedback H. This is negative feedback here. So this will reduce now as G3 divided by G1 here. G3 divided by G1 and comes and associate the summing point with positive. Right. Now what I can follow? Next step is to check whether we have the blocks which are in series or we have blocks in parallel here, right? Now check first this one again, checking with the blocks in series or blocks in parallel. Checking with this, what we have with this, we have the blocks in parallel here. Now these two blocks are in parallel here, so I'll do that one. G1 here, and we have the blocks in parallel here. Before that we have a feedback, that is H, and that comes with the summing point here, that is negative and positive, that is R is the input, right? When the blocks are in parallel, what I need to do, I can add up both the blocks here, that is G2 plus G3 divided by G1 here. And this is the output C, right? Next, again check whether the blocks are in series. We cannot say G1 and this block are in series because we have a takeoff point in between this, right? Next, check whether the blocks are in parallel. We don't have the parallel blocks. This is the feedback loop here, right? Now third step is check for the minor feedback loop here, and this is a minor feedback loop, right? This is the minor feedback loop here, right? For minor feedback loop, what is the formula we have? G divided by 1 plus GH. This positive sign should be taken when we have the negative feedback here, and we need to take positive sign when we have the negative feedback, negative sign in the denominator when we have the positive sign here, right? Now what is G here? G is nothing but G1 here, and H is nothing but H here, right? Now I'll write, that is R is the input, G is G1 divided by 1 plus G1 into H. This is the minor feedback loop what we have. Then we have here, what we have? G2 plus G3 divided by G2, right? For this I'll solve this one, that is G1 G2 plus G3 whole divided by G1 here. And we have the output as C here. Output as C here. Right. Next step, check whether the blocks are in series. Again, now we can say these two blocks are in series here. Right. When the blocks are in series, what we need to do? We need to multiply those two. Right. That is G1 divided by 1 plus G1H into G1 G2 plus G3 whole divided by G1 here. And we have the input as R, output here is C. This is nothing but the transfer function. Shall solve this one, that is C by R is the transfer function. Now G1 get cancels out, remaining is G1 G2 plus G3 whole divided by 1 plus G1H. Right, this is the transfer function for the given feedback given problem, or this is the transfer function here.